How you doing, brother? I am known as Major Reb. I am the president of the Confederate States of America, deep inside, because I believe in Robert E. Lee. But I also like the United States to a certain extent because they do help Canada a little bit.
You sound like you have a French accent. Do you speak French?
Yes, oui, monsieur. It must be my Growling Viking heritage.
Viking heritage. Is that why you wear the mustache?
That's a big part of it too, but my Gaulish warriors, on my father and mother's side, they had even longer mustache, believe it or not. It's part of our heritage. There's a reason for it. It's symbolic.
Okay. So, I had a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of Elon Musk sending a starship to the moon and to Mars?
If the USSR and the United States work together and assign a peace, I'd rather them work together for space exploration than to point nuclear bombs at each other and annihilate each other. That wouldn't be fair for the ordinary citizens of Canada and the United States. It's better to have peace than to melt like wax. And I hope they don't do those things because it's not right. A lot of innocent people could die for that. Any other questions?
What do you think of SpaceX launching so many satellites into the upper atmosphere so that we can get internet in rural areas?
It all depends on the situation, how many they do that. As long as they don't destroy the ozone layer, the atmosphere, we don't want to have all the pressure from the ionosphere, those holes going right through to the earth and give us big sonic boom winds that people cannot handle. We have so many storms like hurricanes and everything. A lot of people work hard in their lives. And it really angers me when people pollute the earth and overstep their boundary. There's a lot of hard-working people, and it really angers me when I see people suffer like that. Especially the forest fires. I could go on and on, but tell me, brother, tell me another story.
What do you think of the fires that are happening in the United States?
Well, what really angers me, there's several places in California that there's one house left and one house destroyed, another house left, another house destroyed, and right now there's several armies like United States and China and other countries to have laser lights, laser beam lights that can sap laser lights and cause forest fires that can destroy the houses. Now I wonder if these houses are being targeted by some of these nations or maybe other nations. And it's proven fact that laser lights being shot from helicopters can destroy houses from long ranges. Now this really angers me because all these important people, and especially the children, we need the children to continue on in life. We cannot kill children or anybody else. Life is too precious. So Californians, look into it. Was the fire caused by fire alone? Or was it fire used by laser lights from a helicopter? Especially black helicopter. You think about that one.
What do you think of the death of the United States?
Take all the taxpayers' money from the hardworking Americans and blowing it all on nuclear bombs and other stupid things and laundering the money to overseas to enrich themselves. You think that's right for the ordinary Americans? You think that's right? No, it's not right. What do you think happened to the South in 1861? There's an example there. And it really frustrated me because I am a rebel deep in heart. I believe in Robert E. Lee, the General of the Confederacy. General Beauregard, PGT Beauregard is one of my ancestors. That's why. And I really believe in my cause. You got other things to say, my friend?
What do you think of Canadian currency being looking kind of like phony money?
Where does that come from, sir? Tell me. I kind of like our Canadian dollars. The American dollars kind of look like, like phony money. I'm sorry to tell you, they look like monopoly money. It's interesting, the American money, but the Canadian money is pretty spectacular. But what you saying phony money? Where does that come from? Can you give me an example?
Well, it has clear, like, it has places that in it that are you can see right through it.
Okay, well, that's a different story. I think it adds class to it. You can see right through. I think most of you Americans, if you see our Canadian dollar currency, you would be pretty amazed. It's a beautiful currency. Not to knock off your nation or your country, but our Canadian bills look pretty spectacular. And yet our money is not worth as much as yours. For some reason or another, our money is only worth maybe 76 cents to get the American dollar. And I find it kind of strange. It should be at par. America and Canada, we should be equal because we have a lot in common in history, in culture, and what name you. Only the government split us apart.
What do you think of the Chinese currency not lowering their dollar or raising their dollar?
Well, when it comes to Chinese politics and currency, I don't know too much about it. I cannot really answer that question because I don't know too much about it. But I gotta admit, I do. Chinese language and calligraphy and all that ancient prehistoric letters writing, it is kind of interesting to study.
What do you think about the amount of money that people have to pay for shipping overseas is now doubled or tripled because of COVID?
Well, that's part of the rules. If I had my way, I would lower the price on some of this. But I'm not governing this country, unfortunately.
Is there any Viking beer?
Viking beer, it would be pretty interesting. I'd like to have that. Well, it's called mead. The ancient Vikings, they used to drink mead. And they really enjoyed it very much. They went hunting, they feasted, and the best drink they ever had was mead, which is a little bit like beer.
So what do you think of the environment changing due to climate change now?
Well, last time, I kind of flipped out, so don't get me going on that one. But all I can say, brother, is it really angers me, brother. It makes me want to dance like an Indian warrior chief. And it angers me, brother. Because we have to take care of the environment because, like the native says, we are on Mother Earth. And we have to take care of Mother Earth or the Mother Earth will be destroyed. And the native people, they are the custodian to the earth. Now, let's let the white man do that and any other nationality to listen to our native elders. They are great people. They hunt out of the land. They live off the land. They do not pollute like so many other, except for a handful. All I can say, brother, is listen to your elder tribes. Like I said last time, they are native and they know what they're talking about.
Last time you talked about you wrestling. Were you also a bodybuilder or no?
I don't believe in steroids or anything. I believe that the house you have to take vitamins and minerals because it was wrestling and practice every day. But I use the old-fashioned food that you have from the farm because I was brought up in the farm. I'm still in the farm, and partly in the city for a reason. But yeah, we ate all kinds of old-fashioned food from what our grandparents used to give us, and then our parents, they're great chefs. You know how the French people are, right? Especially the French Vikings they are great chefs.
Do you have any French food in particular?
French food? What kind of French food, mon ami?
Food.
Food. Wow, I'm sorry about that one. French food. I like a cherry pie, apple pie, lemon pie. That's pretty yummy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was French.
Well, to me it's French because I like to eat that like a Viking. We eat one after another, Especially a grandmother's recipe, I tell you, it's just like being in Scandinavia, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. They have big feasts just like the French Canadian Viking, brother.
Did you have wine with your meal sometimes, or is that not French?
Well, believe it or not, the French Canadian, they like their beer just like the true Vikings that they are. We like our mead beer.
Alright.
And the best type of beer is Viking beer, and I agree with you, brother. We like the old-fashioned recipes.
Was that with barley?
Barley and all that, but now that I have the spirit of the hulksters, I think a lot of the hulkster maniacs should stay away from any kind of alcohol, brother. It's better to be sober and fight off that coronavirus, because if you get too drunk, you'll be too careless, and you'll end up getting the coronavirus. So it's not a good time to drink in this day and age. And if you do, you're gonna be careful what you touch and what you drink, brother. If you buy a can, put them in the cup. Because if somebody touches the top of the can, they might have coronavirus. It lasts for 1 or 2 days on things that you touch, brother.
What do you think of bedbugs?
Bedbugs, that's a new one on me. I heard about bedbugs, and they're rascals. One way to get rid of them is to take a lot of vinegar and baking powder, and it'll kill the suckers. That's one way to kill them. If you don't have, and you can use hydrogen peroxide, and that'll kill them. You'll think twice before going in your bed, brother.
You had a problem with bedbugs once, right?
Suck it in mind, one of the few places, you know how big cities are, right? It's not like that in the country, eh? In the country, it's wild and free. We still live in the country, but we still live in the city too, so the country is a lot better than the city, obviously. All we have to deal with is field mice and stuff like that. They get in the house, it causes a bit of problem, but nobody likes bedbugs. I mean, I'd rather burn that sucker.
So you lived on the farm before?
All the time, most of my life.
Right.
I'm involved in city. I do a lot of history and archaeology for meeting Aboriginal people, and sometimes the white people when they need my help for consulting about archaeological sites. Very, very important to protect heritage sites. It's like protection of the heritage sites of the Vikings in Sweden and Norway and Denmark.
What kind of animals did you have?
We used to have lots of cattle and all that, but right now it's more like farming, or basically vegetable farming, brother.
Alright, so that's all the questions I have for today.
Thank you, sir.